You are now tuned in to the Jmack Experience Podcast.
All right, we're back, and we got a very, very special guest on the show today. I want to give you a round of applause. Thank you so much for allowing me to be at this beautiful space with you today. I love it. We're here at, what's the name of the gym again?
Killer Bees Boxing and Fight Sports, Woonsocket, Rhode Island.
Nice. And we're going to talk about everything that it took to get to where you're at now, but like, how long did it take overall to put all this together?
In the new spot or overall?
Overall,
so building up, I've been coaching for 10 years.
Yeah.
I took over the lease at the old gym about 3.5 years ago. So,
Got you.
So I have quite a following. I moved up pretty quick. So now I'm in a gym about 3,000 square feet, double the size.
Wow, that's a blessing right there all in itself. I like it. And we're located right now in Pawtucket?
Woonsocket, Rhode Island, 120 Webster Street. It's right off of Broadway.
And we got to promote you. We got to get the promotion out of the way. So right now you're offering lessons, I'm assuming?
So I'm offering boxing lessons,
Yep.
self-defense, competition fighting was sanctioned through USA Boxing, which is part of the Olympic Committee.
Nice.
I do women's boxing classes. So pretty much we sum it up. If you want to do CrossFit, we do morning classes. I'm doing everything under the sun. Get in here, get into shape, learn self-defense. If you want to take it to another level and fight competitive, we offer that too.
I like it. Episode 114, the Jmack Experience Podcast. We're going to get into the intro real quick, and we'll be right back. Welcome to the Jmack Experience Podcast. This show is for motivational purposes only. However, we will not be politically correct, but our goal is to inspire those who listen and watch the show. Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to follow us at the Jmack Experience Podcast and email us if you would like to be a guest on our platform at the Jmack Experience Podcast at gmail.com. Peace. Once again, it's truly an honor to have you on the show and on the platform. How are you feeling overall, man?
I'm feeling good. We're in the new spot now, 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
I already got a lot of members and we're growing, so I can't ask for much more.
So not even a month you've been open?
Yep, 3.5 weeks in the new spot.
That's amazing, man. Shout outs to you. You know, it's not easy being a business owner. You know what I mean?
No, it isn't, especially small business.
Exactly. I love it. So before we get to everything that you're doing now, right, I like to start from the very beginning. So for those out there who don't know who you are, what's your name and where are you from?
So my name's Braden Parent. I'm a Rhode Islander. I'm a Woonsocket Rocket, born and raised.
Okay, Woonsocket.
So I grew up in Woonsocket. Went there. Went through school, lived there most of my life. I actually just moved to Pawtucket a couple of years ago.
Really?
Because I opened up the gym, took over the lease about 3.5 years ago. So I moved to Pawtucket. I've been out here for 2 years. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
A little bit different than Woonsocket, right?
Yeah, it is different. You know, Woonsocket's got a bad name. It's not really. It's more laid back than Pawtucket and Central Falls. Pawtucket and Central Falls, you guys are rough out here.
Yeah.
For real. So, but no, I like Woonsocket. I like Pawtucket too.
They got some nice properties over there, not for nothing, Woonsocket.
Woonsocket, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So we grew up poor growing up. And then when I was 13, my parents bought a house. I thought we were rich.
Yeah. But they were struggling like a motherfucker, right?
So all my friends said, "Oh, you moved to the rich area." I moved to East Woonsocket, which is a really nice area.
Right. I like it.
No police activity, but anyways, So we moved, and I thought we were rich, and all my friends thought we were rich, but we just had less stuff because the bills were double.
so more or less, that's great that you led into that. Like, how was it like growing up in Woonsocket? Do you come from like a big family, a lot of siblings, brothers and sisters?
So I'm the oldest of 4 boys.
Got you, all boys.
Yeah. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and my dad was a truck driver.
Nice.
Yeah.
So your parents held it down more or less. Your parents didn't get divorced. They were together.
They were together. My dad died. They did get a divorce. They were together for 25 years.
Sorry to hear that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But they were together most of our life.
Yeah.
And my father passed away about 5 years ago. He fought cancer for a while.
My condolences.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
My mom, she's the matriarch. She's holding it down.
Yeah. She's still around, strong.
Yeah, she's putting it on all the holidays, everything.
I like it. So, like, what I'm trying to get at is, like, you know, growing up, you said, like, your parents did struggle more or less, right? When they bought a house, it wasn't, not everything was peachy.
So,
you know?
So my father was old school, so he worked. My mom stayed home with all the boys. So, we had just enough. We had, they always put food on the table and had clothes. But other than that, we had no extras.
Yeah,
so there was no extra food. Like if you weren't home at supper,
you missed out.
There was no leftovers. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But no, my parents always provided. They were good.
Yeah. How was like growing up in Woonsocket, like the neighborhood, the people that you hung out with? Was it rough out there?
So growing up, Woonsocket had one of the worst school systems in New England.
Really?
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
So it was pretty tough. There was a lot of fighting. Like every day after school, there was always fights on the train tracks.
So that's why you like boxing. Okay.
So, and then in high school, I played sports. I started dating a cheerleader. She was black and I was a white boy. So I was always fighting. the brothers all had white girls. And they were jealous.
Daddy.
And I was always
finding that work.
And I had one of the fine ones too, so they were jealous.
She was a baddie, huh?
Yes, I always had to fight.
So you had to stand up for her. You couldn't be a punk.
Yeah, nah.
So let me ask you this, right? So growing up, more or less, like what first drew you into like boxing, the sport overall? You know what I mean?
So I grew up around fight sports. My uncle did MMA like freaking 45 years ago and nobody knew what it was.
Yeah.
And he trained different types of martial arts.
Yeah.
And, I learned how to kick and punch at like 5 or 6. And then growing up, I always had a heavy bag and my uncle had one. So he always would teach me stuff.
Yeah.
He was doing like Seagal shit.
Yeah, Steven
fucking
Seagal.
45 years
That's
ago.
crazy.
When nobody
bro.
knew what MMA was.
Yeah.
I always knew how to fight. And
so you had an advantage.
I always had a heavy bag.
You had an advantage,
yeah,
right?
I did.
Yeah.
So I was a small guy, but I was a hot hitter. I was a one-hitter quitter. So
by
the time I was like 16, people were like, oh, don't mess with him.
Yeah, they didn't fuck with you. I like that. So when did you like first get, because he was showing you things here and there, but when did you like first start taking it serious, like getting into the gym, training?
So I trained on and off my whole life. I decided I wanted to be a boxer at like late 20s.
Wow.
Yeah. So
because usually they start early, right?
Yeah. I was running around doing nonsense shit. And when I started getting older, I went in just to exercise and I was like, I like this.
Yeah.
You know, but I trained 5 or 6 years, but I never got to fight competitively. I had a back surgery and then I broke a couple vertebrae in a bad car accident.
Yeah.
And trained for the gloves. 2 years went by, got hurt.
The golden gloves.
Trained for the gloves 2 weeks before emergency surgery. Did it one more time, literally like 2 days before surgery. So
it just wasn't meant to be at that point, right?
So I just did it for fun for a while, and one of my friends who was a beginner professional, Vladimir Bioisi, he was like, dude, why don't you just coach? Why don't you just coach? Why don't you just coach? So I did physical therapy 4 or 5 years, and then later on in my 30s, I said, you know what, I'll give this a shot.
Shit.
And I fell in love with it. Yeah. And I started training the little kids because they didn't have a youth program.
Right. Where at? Was this in?
This was in Pawtucket on Mineral Spring.
Okay.
And
not too long ago, or like how long ago?
10 years ago.
So that's not too long ago.
Yeah, not too long ago.
Okay. So you're there training the kids?
I'm there training the kids, and I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No.
Why, they didn't listen?
Yeah.
That shit's fucking rough. Kids do not fucking listen. My daughter doesn't listen.
Listen, I had some badass kids. I went in there, they're fucking like 10 years old, swearing at me. And I'm like, holy shit, how do teachers deal with this?
That's tough.
So I did it for 6 months.
Yeah.
One day I said, I had enough of this shit, right? I went in the hallway and I'm leaning against the hallway and I'm like, I'm leaning in the hallway against the wall there and I had my head down. I'm like, these little kids are bad. I'm doing this for free. Fuck this. I'm quitting this shit.
You were like, like
and then something came over me and I said, these little bastards ain't winning. Fuck this. I went in there. I said, you, that's it. After that day, it was a wrap.
Yeah.
And then doing it for a couple of years, especially with the little kids, they're like puppies. They pull around. Hey, coach, and they're happy to see you. It made me soft.
That kind of inspired you more, right? To want to stick around.
It made me soft because I was a hot ass, you know. Yeah. And then I fell in love with it. I love working with the kids. Yeah. And growing up, I was in trouble. Like, this is my way to give back, man. Yeah. And now I've been doing it for 10 years. So now I'm seeing a lot of them getting older. Wow. Now they're starting to come back around. Hey, coach,
that's a blessing all on its own, right?
Yeah. And hey, you helped me out through this time and that time. And now I have my first second generation kid. Yeah. Just this week they joined. Yeah. So I really love the sport. I like giving back. You know, a lot of people don't want to be bothered with the kids. Right. I enjoy. I have parties. I have fundraisers. Christmas party, Halloween party. I buy school clothes. We raise funds to buy gifts for families. Yeah. So I enjoy the whole sport and doing that. It fills a hole in my heart.
So it's not only boxing for you, it's giving back, the community work, all that.
So that's what it's all about. These are the future youth. I mean, I've talked to principals, social workers, counselors at school.
Right.
Mothers and parents come in. Sometimes the kids are more afraid. for me to sit down and talk to them than the parents. So I'm going to tell Coach. Yeah. So yeah, it's a big part. It fills a hole in my heart, and I love what I do. What better than that?
Well, it's funny how everything comes back around full circle, right? Because 100%. You say you were a knucklehead, probably you didn't have a lot of guidance growing up. No. So like you're giving back now is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was from a good family, but my mom couldn't control 4 boys, and my dad always worked. So we kind of had to,
hold it down.
Free reign.
Yeah.
I mean, it was different.
You were taking advantage of your mom, huh?
Yeah, it was different back then. I mean, you fucked up, your parents give you a
they
whack.
whooped that ass,
But I kind of got, my dad worked a lot of hours, so at an early teen, I used to sneak out, steal the car, and go chase girls.
And we all go through our ups and downs, right?
Yeah.
But so like speaking of that, who were some of your favorite boxers growing up? Because this is a different era.
So my favorite boxer growing up and to be is Mike Tyson.
Oh, I'm wearing a shirt today. Knockout. Yo, that's man. So crazy.
So, I mean, we had Mike Tyson's Punch Out. And
Punch Out was classic.
And he was like 10, 11. I was watching him. And, I'm old enough to remember Ali's last fight.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have fought him. But growing up, boxing was different. You didn't have to pay $100 to watch the fight. They had Friday night fights. They had so much going on. Yeah. I think that's what really killed it. Because now in the sport, there's no more smokers like USA Boxing. They don't allow anything unless you pay them. They want their sanction fees and everything. Yeah. So there used to be a lot more smokers, and people put on little shows. And
for people that don't know, what's smokers? For people that don't know,
so a smoker is an unsanctioned event. Like if a gym wants to do a fundraiser and sell 100 tickets, and hey, come watch our kids fight, and they do that. Now, like I'm sanctioned through USA Boxing, and all my kids are licensed, so they can get in the ring and fight, and you have to do that. Right. But now you can't do shows without paying them, so you're gonna spend $2-3 grand to put on a show.
So it's all about money now, more or less.
Yeah, it is.
It's become.
Unfortunately, it is. Yeah. It's a money grab. But I mean, I think they shouldn't get involved if the gym wants to have a small event and their kids. Then it doesn't go on their record. We're not picking winners. We're not picking losers. It's just for the parents to see.
It's like for fun, right? More or less, too.
Yeah, it is
and
for
sharpening
fun.
Your skills.
And it also builds excitement. Right. Because people come to these shows, and now all they're doing is talking about it for 2 weeks.
And then encourages them to do more, right?
Yes.
To want to do more.
I couldn't just have a show and invite 200 people here without USA Boxing calling me or pulling my license.
I didn't know how that worked. I didn't know that was like that.
So that kind of sucks. I don't think they should get involved. I think they should allow like certain things,
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they'll change it.
So many people, or if a gym's just doing an in-house show for the kids in a couple of local gyms, I really feel they shouldn't get involved because you have to pay them the money to put on these shows. Sometimes you got to pay a police officer, this and that. So it tallies up. Wow. Most gyms, 8 out of 10 don't have shows. They can't afford it. Yeah. Most gyms, 90% of gyms don't make money. Gotcha. So unless you got some national champs here and you're at this big, huge gym and you got a big following, you can afford to pay. Other than that, most people can't. Yeah. So the small guys lose.
A lot of these gyms too, like, sometimes you're really doing it for the passions, what you're saying. Like you're not mega rich doing this shit. You know what I mean?
I don't make no money on the shows and everything. If I do make something, I buy gear and give it to the kids.
Right. You always giving back.
I always give it back.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So like, it's so crazy you said like Mike Tyson's one of your favorites and stuff like that. Like, do you feel like watching boxing as a kid, like that kind of incorporated like your style of teaching today, more or less?
Mike Tyson. So I don't do so much. I don't teach so much of his style, a little more orthodox. So he's bobbing and weaving and stuff. Yeah. But I do have kids that I incorporate that into, like smaller kids. Yeah. Because Tyson, you got to remember, he was short for a heavyweight. Oh yeah. So he had to bob and weave to get in to tune these guys up because he had power. But he had he had some great trainers. So
shout out to Quasimodo, is it?
Castiamato, Teddy Atlas, they all trained him. Yeah. It was cool. I actually went to New York in the Armory where he used to train.
That's
and fight
amazing.
Shows. Yeah, they had a big show there. We took one of our kids to fight Ireland. Ireland was there, but I got to go into the Armory and see where it all at.
You ever got to see him fight in person?
I didn't.
Damn, I would love to. That's so crazy.
Yeah, I would love to.
Now, like, describe your style of coaching then, more or less, compared to other boxing trainers, because like I'm sure everybody has their different kind of sauce that they give. You know.
Right, so a lot of gyms, if you see the kids, they all fight the same style.
All right.
They all teach the same style.
Yeah.
So I won't, I don't put the kids in the ring until they've been six months to a year. And a lot of times they pick up their own style. Like some of them, they want to fight Philly shell, or they got that hand down, and I can't break it. That's just their style.
And coaches hate that shit, right? So, when I was training, they're like, keep your hands up, keep your hands up. Yeah.
So, but some kids, they, after I try and tweak them, see what they're doing, I'll let them adopt that style.
Yeah.
And I'll just tweak it and make it what's right for them. So all kids fight different. So I'll see what the kid fights, whether he's this orthodox style. If he's going to fight Philly shell, I got 2 kids that fight like Roy Jones, hands down. And it's hard to teach that. So you got to train them the fundamentals and then just tweak their style as you go.
Yeah.
So I have kids that fight few different styles.
I think a lot of people.
I watch a lot of tape, so I try and correct what they're doing wrong.
I hear what you're sorry to cut you off. I think
it just makes me a better coach.
Exactly, but I feel like after Mayweather, people think that they could do that. Not everybody's as fast as Mayweather.
Yeah, no. So every kid that walks through the door wants to start like that. I see him on the bag. I'm like, no. Let me teach you how to fight first, and if that works best for you after, you can do that. So that's what I usually do.
Because people don't understand.
Fundamentals is everything.
Exactly, and boxing is very dangerous. Like you know, one punch will knock you out, literally.
So you don't play boxing.
Yeah.
You don't play boxing. And especially when the kids get in the ring, you have, as a good coach, you have to protect the kids.
Yeah.
I've been to gyms where they let them get in and they just fucking brawl. Yeah. And then, kids are 20 years old and they're already punch drunk. Or you can see they're a little slow on the answer.
It'll take effect on you in the long run. Yeah.
But for the 10 years I've been coaching, I've never had a kid get a concussion.
Yeah.
Because I hold it down, and then when the other kids that get in, if they're not experienced, I'll have my other guys work on defense, just work.
Don't just throw them in there, right?
Punches, and then they learn. Well, it's detrimental to boxing to teach them first, and as a coach, you have to build their confidence.
Yeah.
You put a kid in there. Some gyms throw him in there. Let's see what he's got. If he can handle it, he's going to be a fighter. Yeah, you just ruin the kid's confidence for life.
Yeah.
If you build their confidence up for a few months, take it slow. That kid could be the next champion. You can't waste people like that.
You know what's funny? I could relate to that because I've wanted to box my whole life. When I first started training, I'm like, when the fuck am I gonna get in the ring? When I finally got in the ring, I was scared shitless. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like, because it's that feel like, when people watching on TV, I laugh, like the Canelo fight this weekend, right? People like, oh, if I was there, I would have done like, it's a whole nother animal when you're in that fucking ring. You know what I mean? It's completely different.
So that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
So I learned from it. So a coach took me from another gym, and I went to Framingham, and I spotted a kid. He was the Golden Gloves.
Yeah.
And I hit him with a couple of shots right off the rip, and he fucking ruined me. Like he busted my nose, man. My nose was bleeding for like 3 days,
like,
bro.
I don't think I want to box no more.
I was like blowing hemorrhages. Like, don't even blow your nose. I didn't want to spot for like 4 to 6 weeks. It turns into that.
That's what I'm saying. You're like, I think I'm going to take a break.
My confidence was down, So you have to really be careful with that. Yeah. You don't play boxing whatsoever.
And you got to know how to match people too. If they're beginners, keep them at beginners. Don't put them with someone who's been boxing for 10 years.
No, of course.
Yeah.
And then what happens is you put kids at the same level, they just make each other better.
Exactly.
And if you can develop more fighters, and keep the kids sparring, even if you think, oh, they're not that good, they're going to build the other kids up. So you can always have fresh heads to put and build people up. All right, he's not ready for this guy, but you can go against this guy. Now all of a sudden you got 12 kids sparring, and instead of making one good one, you made 4.
I agree. You're giving us some good pointers there. I like that. So like, what do you believe like makes a great boxer? Not just physically, but mentally. What do you think overall?
So the number one thing in any gym, which a lot of coaches don't go by, you want to watch the kid that comes in every day.
Dedication.
So at the old gym I was at, I trained the kids, and they would give me a few adults here and there to train.
Yeah.
And I said, just give me the kids that come in every day. And all the coaches would pick these kids that come in that look great, they're athletic, they're naturals.
Yeah.
In 6 months, I'd turn that kid into that everyday kid. I'd turn him into the best kid in the gym, and it'd whip all their asses.
That's crazy.
Because he was there every day.
Hard work pays off, right?
Hey, hard work, yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Hard work beats talent as long as they stay at it.
That's a fact. I love that. So being dedicated, consistency is always another one,
Consistency is
right?
number one.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than consistency.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids, they come in, they know they're good, and they just slack. They don't follow through, or they don't stay with it, or they want to go play another sport.
They showboat. Do all this crazy shit.
Then, so all my fighters that are good fighters are always the ones that just stayed with it.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that get the most, the they'll get more of my attention than the other people.
Absolutely.
And I'll just, I'll spend a little more time with them, give them a little more
pointers,
little more pointers and drills and shit to do. And then, in a few months, they're the cream of the
doing
crop.
their
They're
thing.
the best kids.
Yeah, I love it. How do you like keep like fighters like motivated though during like tough training sessions? Because a lot of people don't know there's people that literally throw up when they do these boxing sessions because it's intense.
Yeah, one of my fighters threw up last night.
Yeah, I didn't know that happened until I started seeing it.
We had crazy sparring, and he hasn't been in a couple of weeks, and he hasn't had good sparring in a few weeks because he's had car issues, and he threw up. So you have to be in really, really good shape. And my encouragement is just to remind them all the time why they started.
Yeah.
Because all fighters go through up and downs. They always, they always doubt themselves. They go through these periods. Yeah, like we all do. And you have to build them up. As a coach, you have to know what's going on with them.
Right.
You have to build a relationship with a fighter and a coach is like nothing else that you've seen. Yeah. It's literally like a father and a son.
Like, I was going to say, like a father figure, a mentor, all that.
I have some of my fighters and some of my kids say, I love you, coach.
Yeah.
I tell them I love them too.
Yeah.
You have to build it. You have to know what's going on. And most of all, it's for their safety too. Because if they come in and they're not in it and they're out of it, and you can tell like, he's not on today. Yeah. He's not thinking. You put him in there, they can get hurt.
Yeah.
So you have to know what's going on. You got to pay attention to their injuries. Like that's important. How they're eating. Yeah. There's a lot that goes into it.
There's a lot. We could go on for days, right?
Yeah, we could.
Now, throwing a punch, a lot of people stress, like, people, it's funny because even when I first started training, I have first-hand experience also, but like, the guy's like, nah, you're not throwing the punch the right way. Like, you could literally break your fucking hand, especially on them bags. Some of them bags, those heavy bags are like, some of them will hurt your hand if you don't know how to throw a punch.
Yeah, you definitely have to wrap your hands right. I mean, that's good, but any boxing coach knows how to wrap your hands. It's just all in form. Whoever's teaching you. Yeah. You're going to sit down, you're going to make sure you turn your hand over and hit the bag square.
Yeah.
You can't throw sloppy punches.
Right.
You start out easy, get your form, and then as you get good, you go faster and harder. That's really
absolutely.
You just got to be taught right.
Now, all right, so now you did a little bit of training. You were training the kids, the youth, and stuff like that. You built a passion for it. When did you decide, like, more or less, like, you know what? I really love how this is going. I think I want to open my own boxing gym. And what was the process overall to get started?
So I was coaching at BNF with Coach Burt. He was like a coach and a mentor to me. He's been in the game for almost 40 years. He's helped out a lot of kids. Everybody knows Coach Burt.
Yeah.
Burt Neves. I was a volunteer coach with him, and then I had the opportunity to take over his youth program. They didn't really have no one to train kids.
Gotcha.
So there was an extra room in the back, so I leased the extra room in the back, and I started working with the kids. And then after that, it was a wrap.
So started from there.
I took out a loan for $10,000. I bought all this shit, and then I built my clientele. He retired, God bless him. He's 77. He moved to Atlanta, and that was just a few months ago. Over the summer, I said, you know what, it's time. I outgrew my spot. Now I can train adults, kids, do whatever the hell I want. So now I'm in my spot, and it's already paying off. I love it. And I'm very blessed.
This is all, like, I'm so, like, this is a big account. I don't want to say proud of you, because you're a grown man, but, like, this is a blessing, you know what I mean? And overall, this is amazing.
It is a blessing.
Yeah.
I worked my whole life. At 11, I had a paper route. From 11 to 14. At 14, I got my working papers to work 30 hours a week. At 18, I worked full time.
Yeah.
I got hurt 10 years ago. I had to learn how to walk all over again. I was all screwed up, and I couldn't do much. So for a couple hours a day, I'd go volunteer and coach.
Yeah.
Started coaching. I always worked in the car business. I did good.
You a mechanic too?
No, I was a salesman.
Oh, snap!
So my last couple of years, I was at like 6 digits. Now, if I make half of that and I love what I do, what the hell is better than that? There isn't a day like I don't want to come here. Unless I'm sick, which is once in a great while. It's like there isn't a day I don't want to come. I love my job.
It's funny you said that because that's what we do here on this platform.
Yeah, we're here to passion, man.
And motivate others.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not always about the money, right? You say you were making 6 digits.
It's not about the money.
Yeah.
So, listen, people say, oh, money doesn't make happiness. Listen, money makes your life a lot easier.
Yeah, right, obviously.
But it definitely doesn't buy happiness. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
It doesn't buy happiness. It can make your life easy. You can have happy times, but you have to do something that you love
I
be
love
happy.
that. That's a great message.
So
I like
if you can
that.
do something that you love
Yeah.
as your career, you're winning.
Now, let me ask you this. Did you look at other spots before you got to this one, or this was the first one that you seen?
So I looked at a couple other spots, but their prices were outrageous.
Yeah.
And as you know right now, realty is like stupid. Houses, everything's
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
exploded. It's gonna go down eventually. It is. It's no way. But I found this spot and it was like dilapidated.
Oh, this is beautiful.
But the landlord sold me on it, and I seen what it could be and what it could come to with all the windows, the light, and he put HVAC in, and he put all, a whole bunch of new stuff in here and made it look beautiful. And I fell in love with the spot. Now I'm really happy.
How long did it take to get it to where it's at now? Like,
So
how nice it was?
I came in myself. I volunteered to do the painting and sand all the hardwood floors and redo them.
Right.
So I was here for like a month doing that.
So you were putting in work early.
Almost 50 gallons of paint and clear coat on the floors. Yeah,
that's
It was
crazy.
sick. I don't ever want to paint
So this
again.
shit was a disaster, more.
Oh, it was horrible.
Oh,
The walls
wow.
were caving down.
Can
It
you
was an
send us some
abandoned
pictures, like some before and after? That'll be cool. I'll
So-
put it up while we talk about it.
I don't have them.
No,
right
not
now.
right now. I'm saying when I
yeah.
edit, because this is going to
most
come
certainly.
out a few
Most
months
certainly.
later. So
Yeah, I have some pictures, and Mike has pictures too.
that'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, like, on average, it took you about like 6 months, 4 months. How long to get it to where it's at now, more or less? I'm trying to get
Right
this.
now, about 2 months.
It took 2 months to
2 months
remodel
of
it?
work. Oh, this took 4 months.
Oh, 4 months to put
of
it-
remodeling.
Which that's kind of
He did
fast if it was all fucked up,
Yeah,
right?
they tore all the walls out, all new sheetrock, all new windows.
Yeah.
They had to do all the sprinkler systems, put in everything up to code. Then they set up all the new HVAC. People are gonna be jealous because no boxing gyms have HVAC.
Yeah.
AC. So I
you got
got
it. Yeah, they always have those big
Yeah,
industrial fans and
Yeah,
shit.
it
It's
was
fucking hot as fuck.
15, almost 20,000 to do the HVAC.
Yeah, this is
So I'm
modern.
really,
This is very
really
modern.
lucky.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like
Yeah, I'm
it.
lucky.
That's so cool. So now you have less than a month open. What days a week do you train here? Like, is it Monday through Sunday or like 5 days a week?
So the gym's open 7 days a week.
Yeah.
You can do what you want, really. You come join the gym. You can take the beginners classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You can take the adult classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yep.
The gym's open house Friday and Sundays. You can come use the gym as long as you're a member.
Nice.
Everybody uses their phone as a fob. I got the Google Nest door lock, so you come in, use the gym 6 in the morning, 9 at night. Hey,
Yeah.
I want to go work out. Boop, you come
I
in,
like it.
use the gym. In the morning, 5:30, and then at 6:30, I have classes, boxing fitness classes that one of my coaches runs. So there's a lot to do. I have a lot of women that come and do the classes.
Gotcha.
It's everything.
What's the
Everything you wanna
youngest
do.
age?
I have kickboxing and MMA now too. So Francisco Ferreira, he's my
MMA
my
trainer?
coach.
Oh, nice.
So he's got 25 tournaments. He's a second degree black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Wow. Shout out
He's
to
got
him.
he's got a few pro MMA fights.
I gotta
too. He
talk to
fought at
him.
the casino.
Yeah, that's
so he's
fine.
pretty good. And then Brad Bucco, he's my assistant coach for boxing, but he also does kickboxing. His son EJ is like phenomenal. He's probably one of the best kids in the country.
Nice.
He's 9. He fights
That's
the
crazy.
cage fight, the
Yeah.
Cage Titans.
Yeah.
This little guy fighting, he's nasty. So I get his hands right.
Yeah.
I train him for his hands, and he's destroying everybody.
So the youngest of age that you'll accept to be in the gym is how old, more or
Is
less?
6.
6 years old, okay.
I mean, if you want to bring a kid in and they're 5, as long as they stay in line, I can't chase them around.
Right,
It takes
right.
my attention. So I do have a couple kids that are 5-year-olds, and when they hit the bag, their parents will stand on the side of them.
Oh, just
and
to-
then when we
yeah.
do all the drills, they'll come with us.
Gotcha.
So I encourage that. I don't want someone to bring in a young kid and they're running around. They're like, well, how come you can't keep them busy?
Yeah, they
I
could
got
get hurt, too.
I got 20 other kids. I can't chase the one kid around.
Yeah, no,
So
that's
usually
understandable.
6, but if anybody wants to try it, they can come in, pay the $10. If they want to join, I'll take the 10 off the membership.
Nice. I like that. So you give deals and stuff. You're
of
working
cour-
with the people
Of course,
here.
I do a lot of private lessons. I have a lot of women and people I train.
Mm-hmm.
I do boxing fitness just to get them in shape. I have a lot of women I got down to their ideal weight.
Nice. Yeah.
Some people just want to learn self-defense. I train police officers, correctional
Nice.
officers.
Yeah, I
got
like
'em all
this. I
coming.
like
So
this.
whatever you want, I got it.
So, obviously you mentioned a lot of things, but like, I know it's probably a dumb question, but the question that's dumb is the one you don't ask, right?
Of course.
What do you think makes your boxing gym like different, more or less, from all the rest of these gyms that are out here? Because there's so many boxing gyms
So
and places to train.
So
you know
a
what I
lot
mean?
of gyms, not all, but a lot of gyms, they'll pay attention to the kids that look really good.
Yeah.
And then the people that come in that are new, they just kind of wander off. And do their
I've
own
noticed
thing.
that in some gyms, yeah.
That happens to a lot of people. Or a lot of gyms don't have a youth program or they don't want to bothered with kids.
Yeah.
I heard people say, "Oh, we're not a daycare."
Yeah.
Well, the kids are the new champs coming up. The younger you get them, those are the next Mayweathers and Crawfords and Canelos. So we offer kids. Everybody that comes in gets the same attention. We have structured classes.
Right.
So structured. And I got 15 bags. They're all taken. I have to get another 15 more now. But we pay attention to everyone. We get everybody involved. No one's standing on the sidelines.
You know, and I don't want to say no names, but that's kind of what happened to me. Like when I was doing my training, you know, and shout outs to the people I was training with, but I felt like I was doing the same thing over and over and over. And then it just became like, you come in and just like you said, people are more focused on like, you know, I'm out of shape, obviously. So like, they're not giving me, I feel like I wasn't getting that like one-on-one that I was paying for, you know? So that's kind of what like discouraged me a little bit.
There are a lot of gyms that are just, you know, they're orientated towards fighting, so they don't want to be bothered with someone that does not want to be a fighter.
Yeah.
But my gym's got a lot of overhead, so I mean, I have to pay attention. These are people that are paying my bills.
Right.
So
you treat everyone equally.
Everybody's equally.
I love that. That's awesome. So like, talk to me about some of, because not everything's all peachy, right? You go through your trials and tribulations. Like, what are some of the challenges, you know, of having your own boxing gym? There's got to be like, you know, some downfalls to it.
The summer months are horrible.
Really? They're slow?
Yes, so it's like that in every gym.
Right. Everybody wants to be chilling.
Once July, August, you know, halfway through June, July, and August, it's like dead. So you have to put money aside to pay for them months. Sometimes.
Got you.
That's the biggest thing. So if you don't have a following, you don't prepare for that, you're screwed. So, but I pretty much always just stay on point.
You hold it down.
I know that's coming.
Yeah.
So
and that's actually my next question. How do you balance like being a coach and a business owner? Obviously, you always make sure you have everything in.
So it's really hard. But also I'm lucky because a lot of gyms are just open at night. So the owners just open the doors at 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
Right.
And then they get there after work. I'm here all the time, so I'm lucky that I can do that.
Gotcha.
So I'm 100% disabled.
Yeah, I like that.
I had 6 back surgeries. I had to learn how to walk all over again. It took me 10 years to walk right. But
you're a success story.
I am. I'm blessed.
Yeah.
But I put in the work too.
Yeah.
I worked through those injuries, and now here I am. I'm getting to do what I love. So I had some help from God, man, and just my faith alone pushed me to where I'm at right now. I don't think a lot of people realize like how hard I had it. Like it was horrible.
Yeah.
But I'm blessed. I just put in the work. I took care of myself, and now I'm doing what I love. So
I love it.
What's
this
better
is
than
awesome.
that?
This is a great interview. I love it.
Better than that.
This is there really isn't, and this is what we're doing, inspiring others. I said before.
I woke up today and I was sitting there drinking my coffee. I was like, oh, I got my podcast.
Yeah, coming right to you, man. Hell yeah, I love this.
We're good.
Now, like, what's the community like inside of your gym? Like, do you build like a family atmosphere?
So everybody works with everybody over here.
Got you.
I've been at a couple gyms. When you walk in, it's like coach against coach. Like, you know, they're not saying nothing, but you can feel the tension in the air. Like, I hate that.
Like competing within each other, right?
Like they say, oh, well, competition brings out good fighters. Nah, man, teamwork.
Yeah.
Because like they say, it takes a village to raise a kid, right?
Absolutely.
So, and here, everybody helps everybody. So there's no reason why someone can come in here and say, I don't know what to do, or no one's paying attention to me, or I'm not getting any better.
Yeah,
So
gotcha.
It's just how it is. Everybody learns, everybody works out. Whether you come in, it's a success because you got into shape and you dropped 40 pounds, or because you're fighting in the Golden Gloves this year.
Yeah, I love it. So you take it, you're always going to give the fundamentals. Is always up to the person, obviously, right? Yeah.
Because you never know who says, one of these young kids, you know what, I think I'm going to box competitively. They're with you for a year. You never know. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later, they're looking pretty good. You're like, wow, I'm glad I think we got some here.
Yeah, this is crazy. I love it.
So you got to do it because you love it, not just for one reason.
Yeah.
If you're in a boxing gym and you're doing it for money, you fucking lost already.
Okay.
Boxing gyms don't make money.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're like Freddie Roach or some of these top guys that are getting paid and bringing guys to fight. You know, the 99% of them aren't. So if you're training amateurs and you got a couple pros and you're doing it for the money, you lost. You
like they say,
because you love it.
You can't chase the money at first.
No,
you know, you gotta let it come
to you.
Yeah,
it's like a well-oiled machine. It'll just keep rolling.
You put the work in, and eventually it's gonna fall.
You turn it on, and it runs on its own.
Yeah. So you know what's funny that we're talking about this? A lot of people right now, I don't know if you agree, they're not too happy with the sport of boxing at the moment. They say it's becoming more like a reality TV. Compared to how it was, like you got YouTubers now like Jake Paul, he's boxing and competing, and it seems like a lot of fights are being staged. I don't know if you agree with that, but like as you see in the sport of boxing, coming from, you see Muhammad Ali fight, like that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think? Do you think that's somewhat true, or do you think like
No,
it's still?
It is true to a certain extent. All fight sports are like that.
Yeah.
But you got to remember too that boxing was free.
You got
So even as a coach, I lived the sport. Everyone's like, "Oh, did you watch this weekend's fight? Did you watch this fight?" I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, why not?" And I was like, "I'm not going to pay $100 for every fight." And they're like, "Well, you can stream it." I'm out looking on my phone. And then I tried to mirror it on my TV, and it kept stopping. So now I'm getting aggravated. So I watched the big fights, but I think the $100 a fight pay-per-view killed a lot of it.
It's a lot,
Because when I was a kid, man, you turned on the TV, you went to that channel, and the fights were on. So it was like no one had an excuse. It's like football on Sundays. What happens if they made football $19.99 on Sundays?
No one's gonna watch it,
right? Think about it though.
Yeah.
So boxing was once a week they had fights. So it's the same thing. It killed it. Money kills everything in the long run.
Yeah. What did you think about the fight that happened this week? I gotta ask you.
It was badass.
Crazy, right?
I'm psyched.
Shout outs to Crawford,
because
man.
Because pound for pound, Crawford's the better fighter. But Canelo, he's got a great chin. He's strong, and I didn't think that Bud was going to be able to handle that. I didn't think Canelo was going to knock him out. I thought he was going to win. But no,
Canelo's like an Iron Man. If you think about it, it's hard to fucking land one on him, to be honest.
He hit him with that good shot and he turned and looked at him. That was crazy. But, he's got strong legs and a big jaw. So he was lucky because Crawford probably would have knocked someone else out. But no, that was a great fight.
Shout outs to them.
Yeah, hats off to Crawford.
That was definitely what, and it was finally we got a good fight. Like all these fights that have been happening, I wasn't too excited about them.
People were complaining like, "Oh, that fight sucked. It was too late." I'm like, dude, it was on Netflix for free. What else was great.
Talking about free, right? You got a free fight.
$100. Like, come on, man, stop complaining.
I love it. And you was funny. You kept mentioning like MMA and stuff like that. With the rise of MMA and influencer boxing right now, where do you see the future for boxing? Like, where do you see it going?
I think so. A lot of people hate on Jake Paul, whatever. You have to know that if you're gonna watch the fight,
he's making it entertaining, though, right?
Yeah. I think if anything, you know what I mean. He's bringing publicity back to the sport.
Yeah,
people like, oh, that sucked. Thing. Yeah, but you watched the fight, though. Didn't
the Tyson one was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
So all it's doing is it's just stirring up hype, for boxing. Yeah. Now people's ears and their radars up, and they're like, hey, there's another fight coming up that's good. And then they're not watching the Jake Paul; they're watching the other one. Hey, anything for boxing, any publicity is good publicity.
Absolutely.
Remember that.
Absolutely, yeah. You got a point.
Just like the haters talking. Hey.
Yeah, right?
My name's in their mouth, right?
Let them talk.
There you go, buddy.
Now, what's a lesson from boxing that you think applies to everyday life? Discipline, right? It's true because a lot of these boxers, they don't drink, they don't smoke. Yeah. Some of them don't even have sex before a fight. Is that real?
Yeah, it is real.
Really? I didn't believe that for a long time.
I don't know if they all do it. The real serious ones do.
They don't even have sex.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. That's fucking amazing. Discipline is a big one. Because even me, like, when I was training, they're like, yeah, you could do all this stuff in the gym, but like diet, it's a big one too. Like it doesn't always have to be doing drugs and shit like that. It's just eating too.
I just turned 50 last month.
Yeah.
And, just being around the athletes, I started putting on some weight, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel right. I felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So it made me want to get into shape and lose weight because I was out of shape. I hurt my shoulder, but that discipline from boxing and training my guys at 50, I'm in best shape of my life.
Yeah,
besides my back being hurt, but everything else perfect. I dropped 30 pounds. I feel great. I hit the bag every day. I mean, come on, who does that?
I'm not gonna lie. People could disagree if they want, but I feel like with boxing, it's the best sport to lose weight.
Boxing's the hottest sport.
Yeah.
So I played hockey, baseball, soccer. Hockey's one of the most strenuous sports because you don't stop.
And a lot of cardio.
Football, 7-minute play, stop, rest 40 seconds. All right, another play, 10 seconds, stop, rest 40 seconds.
Not boxing.
Hockey, you keep going. I thought I was in shape. I tried boxing, forget about it.
Yeah.
Hockey's nothing on it.
Yeah, that's why a lot of boxers, they run so much. A lot of cardio.
One of my fighters, he'll go run 15 miles, Muhammad.
That's crazy.
I said, you do your run this week? Yeah, it started getting dark, and I stopped. I said, oh, here we go. No, I ran to Franklin and back. Buddy, that's Milford. That's like from Woonsocket. That's like a 15, 16-mile run.
And not only that, like, I don't know if you could agree, you probably could, but like, those minutes in the ring when you're actually fighting, they feel like forever, bro. Like 3 minutes feel like a long time.
The first time I spot, I got my nose busted by that kid.
For real.
It was a long ass time. About a minute in, my nose is bleeding.
I don't think I lasted. I don't think I could go more. So far, the most I sparred was like 3 rounds, and that was the guy taking it easy. The other guy was sparring. He was actually good, like as a spar partner.
Yeah.
But there's some people, like you said, they want to take your head off. It's like you won't last the 3 rounds.
Yeah, I know, and it shouldn't be like that. It's just this game of tag. That's how you get better. But
yeah,
unfortunately, that's how it works.
Absolutely. Now, what's like the biggest misconception you feel that people have about boxing?
Misconception.
Like, do you think people think they're gonna train for a few weeks and be the best boxer? A lot of people think that too, right?
Well, yeah. So a lot of people. So in boxing, I think one of the biggest misconceptions is people think they're gonna come in and just be a boxer.
Beat everybody up, right?
No. There's a shortcut to getting good. Like everyone thinks there's a shortcut.
It takes years. Some people takes years.
Not some people, everybody.
Yeah.
It takes years, everybody. Yeah. Some it only takes a few years less than others, but it takes years. There's no freaking shortcut in any fight sport because you don't play them. Yeah. You take shortcuts, you get in the ring, you get hurt.
It's gonna run out. Your luck's gonna run out eventually,
There's
right?
no luck in there.
When you meet your match.
So people talk all this shit. I'm this and I'm that, and I won the gloves and this and that. You get in the ring, it's gonna show.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse. So once you get in that ring, you either a good fighter or you're not.
Back to what Mike Tyson said best, right? Everybody has a plan till they get punched, right?
Yeah, punched in the mouth.
Yeah. I love Mike Tyson. That's crazy. I can't believe like Mike. That's awesome. Yeah, now, what legacy do you hope like to leave behind when it's all said and done overall? Like everything you've been doing.
I just want to be loved. I don't have to be famous, nothing. I just want people to remember me for what I did and the people that I helped.
That's great.
That's it, man.
Yeah. You got any like special events coming up? You know the holidays are around the corner.
So I don't. I wanted to have a show, but I still got a little ways to go. We're expanding, so the gym's going to be even bigger.
Right.
I have events for the kids. I'm going to have a big Christmas party for them. I do that every single year.
Got you.
Get all kinds of food. I give out presents. Last year we had like 70 people, 30-something
That's
kids.
awesome.
30-something kids got 2-3 presents a piece.
Yeah.
And we have games, and like I said, I adopt a family. We have a big box, and kind of like Toys for Tots. Everyone puts toys in there, and I bring them to the family.
That's beautiful, man. You're giving back. Because a lot of businesses overall, it's all about gimme. You know, not all, but most of them.
It fills a hole in my heart, man.
Yeah, you're trying to give back.
When I was younger, I thought when people fear you, that was respect.
Yeah,
but it isn't. When you walk away, what people say about you is what
matters most. I like that.
I like him. He's a cool dude, and that's what matters.
You're giving us some good game here now.
Thank you.
For someone thinking about stepping into a boxing gym for the first time, what advice would you give them?
Come in and listen. Don't try and be nothing that you're not.
Yeah, be humble, right?
Yeah, just be humble. Come in and listen and just try and soak everything up.
Yeah, and give it your all.
Yeah, give it your all.
I like that. Now, what advice would you?
Be prepared for hard ass work.
Oh, it's gonna be that's a guarantee. Yeah, especially like those burpees. I hate those.
Yeah, we make the kids.
So we used to do like burpees, high knees. When you go around, when you go around the ring? To the bell rings. Laterals. Yeah. Oh my God, that shit. It feels like forever when you're doing that.
Those stupid little things make fighters, you know?
Yeah, it works.
People are like, oh, what's that? I come to a gym to do that. Go ahead, go do it 2 rounds.
Yeah, you get tired.
Yeah, of course.
Now, what about what advice would you give to someone who wants to become a professional boxer eventually, or like a coach, a boxing coach? What would you tell them?
A boxing coach? Just learn as much as you can. As a boxing coach, you have to be open. If you're one of them guys that, someone tells you to tell you something and you bottle up, you lost. You have to always be ready to learn.
Receptive.
And I feel like I don't know much. I learned a lot in 10 years, but some of these trainers are, world-class trainers, they know everything. But I'm just always open to learning, and that's what you have to be. You have to listen, pay attention to your fighters, and be consistent as a coach just as much as they're consistent as coming in.
Right. I like that. Well said. Yeah. If you could sum up boxing, if you could sum up what it has taught you in one sentence, what would it be?
Discipline.
Discipline. It's all discipline.
It's all discipline.
No way around it.
No way around it.
I love it. Speaking of that, we're going to get into Album of the Week.
Album of the Week on the Jmack Experience Podcast.
Album of the Week this week is I Am the Drama by Cardi B. You listen to hip-hop?
Yeah.
I'm sure boxing, we love hip-hop, so yeah. You like Cardi B?
In the 80s and 90s.
Oh, all right. You come from the essence of hip-hop. Yeah, you know what it is. We're going to get into Movie of the Week.
Movie of the week on the Jmack Experience Podcast.
Movie of the week this week is Hem, starring Marlon Wayans. It's like a thriller, psychological, horror movie, stuff like that. Like, speaking of sports, it's like a football movie. I guess the guy, he wants to become like his idol. So I don't know if you're into movies, but
yeah, I love
comes out. We do these segments every week. We just shout out like what movie's hot at the moment, what album. Because eventually,
I'm 50. I don't go out drinking. So I watch the movies on the
check
weekend.
It out,
now.
right? Yeah, I love it.
That's funny.
Now we're gonna be wrapping it up shortly. What's next for Coach Braden? Anything else that you want to promote that I might have skipped over or I might have missed?
Nah, I would just love to see new people come try it out. It's a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to box, if you want to get into shape, freak going to lift weights.
Yeah.
You'll get right in a box.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Serious.
I agree.
So if you want to try a CrossFit classes in the morning, come do the 5:30, 6:30 boxing fitness classes. You want to box? Come here. We'll get you licensed and we'll take you competitive. If you just want to learn self-defense and be around great people, this is also for you.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
You know what I love about what you do too? Like you're doing, kids could come here, women could come here, men could come here. Like this is all. What's the oldest person you have training right now?
One of my coaches that came here for sparring last night, he got in the ring with a few of the kids. He was 62.
No way! That's
and they
crazy.
can't get on him. My buddy Brian.
Yeah, shout outs to him.
He brought a kid Dylan from another gym down, and he was in the ring sparring with the
yeah,
two best guys
62 years old.
62. He was his sparring partners were Mickey Ward and Dickie Eklund. He was at
He's been doing it for a
7
while.
or 8 years.
Yeah.
He lived in Boston, but yeah, he's been
That's
doing
amazing.
it for 49 years. He said. Shout out to you, Brian Corbett.
Yo, shout outs to him. When you see stuff like that, it's amazing, right? Like,
and he stays with it, and he's healthy.
yeah, because I remember my grandfather to make it. I don't think he made it that old. He passed away from diabetes. God rest his soul. But you know, maybe if he would have been boxing and training and in shape, he probably would have been able to fight off those diseases. You know what I mean? So, where can people follow you at social media wise if they're not following
Social
already?
media, Facebook, Instagram.
I like it.
Got my website, killerbeesboxing.com.
Yep.
TikTok.
You got a TikTok too?
Yeah.
You do any dances and stuff like that? Or you just promoting the gym?
No, I just do the gym. I have like 11,000 followers on TikTok.
Oh, damn, that's
I'm
good.
busy.
Yeah, you got
used
more
to
than
send
me.
me free stuff. I don't have time for that.
Yeah,
I just do it
yeah,
because
yeah.
I like it.
I like it. That's cool. I like it. Now, can people reach out to you as well to like collaborate on like future projects? Let's say if there's another coach that,
Of course.
maybe he wants to come in and train with you and stuff like that.
Anytime, about anything.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to come talk to me about anything.
I like
Let's
it.
put a show together. Hey, I want to coach. Hey, I got this, I got that. Anything, I'm open. Just give me a call.
I like it. I
About
like it.
anything.
You got an email?
My email is bre75@outlook.com.
I love it. Yeah, because you know not everybody uses social media sometimes too,
Yeah.
right? Well, if you don't, I don't know what you're doing.
You can
but
call
some
me on
people-
my phone number and text if you don't like to talk. 401.
Give them the number. Fuck it. Your business.
401-257-9861.
I
Killer
like
Bees
it.
Boxing.
I like it. You
Or
got-
just look
you
us
gotta
up on
promote.
killerbeesboxing.com and email me through the website if you want. Check it
Awesome.
out.
Yeah, they definitely. I'm definitely gonna do a few sessions.
Cool.
The only thing that's probably gonna, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say this right now while we're on
go ahead.
camera. It's only the commute. That's gonna be the only problem. I mean, it's
So
not
where
like
are
it's
you?
super far, but I'm all the way in Providence, and it's just my schedule. I got so much shit going on. But even if I do two a week or 2, 3,
Yeah, well, how far
Get
are you?
my
20
money.
minutes?
like half an hour more or less, you know.
Yeah,
but,
with traffic, yeah.
but it's all right. I gotta make. I'll figure it
No,
out.
it's
but-
crazy. We live in Rhode Island. Everyone thinks
I
that's
know, right? I
Now
know.
you lived in Cali, you're like, yeah,
be
commute to
2
work
hours,
is
yeah.
hour and a half. Oh, where you going to the gym? I'll be there in an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Nah, but I'm definitely
Time's
interested.
everything.
I'm
Time's
definitely
everything.
because I'm not. This inspired me today. Like like I said, I truly love this sport, man. And even if I don't become a
Good.
professional, like
Yeah, man,
you
get
need
with
it.
it. You're gonna feel good. You're
Yeah,
gonna lose weight.
get
You're gonna
healthy.
feel good about yourself. Listen, when you exercise, it releases endorphins. You feel good.
yeah,
You know, I was out for 2 years with that hurt shoulder. Just in the past 6 months, I've been hitting the bag again. I feel great, man.
yeah. I'm a little rusty. I gotta get on
Gets
that.
rid
I
of,
love
it gets
hitting the
rid of
back.
anxiety, depression, everything.
Yeah, you leave it all in the gym.
Yeah, goes away.
I love it.
All right,
Now,
man.
can we agree that all the experiences that you went through got you to where you are today?
Most certainly. Most certainly.
Absolutely, huh?
Made me who I am. So people that go through the hardest times in life are usually the strongest characters.
Any advice out there for those who may be experiencing the same situations you went through or are going through now?
So if you don't make a change, you don't change. So the first step of getting out of your bad predicament is trying something new and taking the first step at that and staying with it.
Yeah.
You just got to believe in yourself, because even if you hit rock bottom, you can get out. You and get out.
That was awesome.
Have to do it, though.
Put that work in, discipline.
That's it. If you do it, you get there.
Any last words or special shout-outs you would like to mention before we sign off?
Nah, I'm good, man. No shout-outs, just to you, brother. Great show.
Yo, this was awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having
I truly appreciate it. I think you're the first coach that we've ever done that's been on the podcast, on our platform. It's amazing, man. I wish you much success. I can't wait to come in and do a few sessions with you at least. We got to get it rocking. I got all my shit.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready, man. I actually got my headgear in the car and everything.
Oh, there you go.
I'm
banging.
We're ready to. You're a star. So you get in here, get your ass whipped. Yo, man, we want to shout out the sponsors. Shout outs to Black Sheep Sea Moss. Shout outs to Spaced Out Snacks. Shout outs to Vitamin Energy. We truly appreciate you. And make sure you guys sign up. Killer Bees Boxing Gym, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Don't make no excuses. If you got the time, sometimes we're always like, oh, it's too far, it's too this, it's too that, but then we'll go scroll on social media for 3 hours, right?
There's no excuse. You got to get in there.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
You already know, man. The Jmack Experience Podcast, episode 114, Coach Braden. We're signing out.
Take care.
Thanks for coming on the Jmack Experience Podcast. Be sure to come on for another episode every single week. Until next time, peace.
Boxing is actually my favorite sport. If you know me, you know I love boxing. We want to give a shout out to the sponsors, Black Sheep Sea Moss, Spaced Out Snacks, Vitamin Energy. Make sure you get your Black Sheep Sea Moss from Raul Delgado. Make sure you hit up Spaced Out Snacks for all your edible needs. And if you need some energy or a boost in the morning, make sure you're taking your Vitamin Energy. You can get it at Walmart, any major distributors, your local Dollar Tree, they carry these. You already know. Episode 114, we're here with Coach Braden. We're signing out.